Yay Networks.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I am Kelly Raspberry Evans, and this is my husband and not the least bit aggravating podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
A train in the house. Okay. How did I go from getting messages, oh, it's time for you to come home. I miss you.
Yeah.
I wish you were here.
And you know what? How he responded to that?
2 days later.
Yeah.
How did you just introduce me?
Because
The most annoying person in the world or something?
You've been a little annoying,
How
honey.
so?
You have. Every time I told you I missed you in Canada, you know what you responded with? Not, I miss you too.
Canada.
Oh, Lord. Anyway,
Glorious and free.
I guess absence does make the heart go fonder, and then he comes home.
Clap.
So there's
That's a clap.
So there's
a live clap. Yeah, answer the question, please. I just asked you a question and you didn't answer.
What was the question?
How did I go from being in Canada just for a week and then getting these, oh, I miss you. I wish you were here. It's time for you to come home. And then here I am 2 days removed from that.
Because
I'm the most annoying person in the world.
As I said, absence makes the heart grow fonder, and then you come home.
They ought to call this a sandwich and some bitching or a sandwich and some bickering.
I'm not bickering. I'm just saying that those little things you do.
Why are they always arguing?
I'm not arguing. I'm not.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, you are.
I'm telling you what.
You're reinforcing that sentiment when you do that.
Some people say.
But, things are back to normal now. We had the boys for 2 weeks, but I had them for 1 week by myself. And there was a lot of configurating and maneuvering and manipulating of the schedule, but we got it done. And a lot of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of baseball,
yeah.
But it was good.
Yeah, so we'll get into that a little bit. I think we teased last podcast that I was not going to be here for something. I don't know how much detail we went into. I was going to take a trip. I took a trip, and we're going to talk a little bit about the trip.
Did you actually physically sign an NDA?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if that was we were just saying you can't talk about it, NDA, or if you literally signed an NDA.
Electronic signature.
That would be
which is as good as a pen.
Yeah.
In today's world.
So I don't know how much I'm at liberty to say either. So I'm just going to leave that all up to you.
Yeah.
However, I didn't sign an NDA.
Well, you did not, but yeah.
But I don't want to get you in trouble.
Get your husband in trouble.
Don't want to get you in trouble. I haven't signed an NDA about anything I've got going on. So I'm an open book.
So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We have some great listener mail, letters and such.
I always appreciate those.
Letters and such. So we're going to talk about letters and such. And then I have 3 subjects, and we may just start with this. 3 subjects. I'm just going to bring them up, and I want your reaction. We have not talked about this.
Okay.
I just want your honest, what's the deal? What do you think? What is
Kelly
Kelly Raspberry? Because I don't think these are things that you would have talked about on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Nationally syndicated.
Right.
Well, how would you know? Because you don't listen.
Well, I listen.
When? You don't listen unless you've got the boys in the car on the way to school.
When I'm doing morning drive, I listen.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's when I'm supposed to listen, right? During morning drive.
Well, back in the day when you were courting me, you'd listen on your phone as you woke up, rolled over in bed. First thing you wanted to hear was my voice. First thing you used to do is text me good morning.
I still do that.
First thing?
Which, by the way, after my trip to Quebec, I have took it upon myself. I'm going to learn French. Good eye, mate. I'm legit going to learn French. So
I'm good with that.
So I downloaded Duolingo, and for the last 3 nights.
How much is Duolingo?
It's free.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, you do this. I'm doing the 14-day trial right before 14 days. Turn that dog off.
So you're going to learn
and then go to something else.
French you can in 14 days.
Yep. So I've been texting Kelly instead of good morning, my love, which is what I usually do. I usually do the good morning, not GM, my love. Good morning, my love. And then sometimes the little emoji with the heart eyes.
Sometimes.
Lately, I've been saying, bonjour la chérie, comment ça va?
Yes, you have. And I say, très bien et tout.
I don't know a lot, yet, but I know a few simple phrases.
Well, I took French in high school, and I took 2 years of it, and I loved it. But I loved it so much I never had to study. I exempted the finals. I just came very naturally to 16, 17-year-old Kellie Raspberry. Now, if you do the math, if we had a high school reunion this year, Alan, this would have been my 40th. It's been 40 years since I've taken French. And, as they say, use it or lose it, I have lost it.
Yeah.
I have lost it. All I can remember is that first, you know how they play like a conversation you have to repeat? It was, Michel, Anne, vous travaillez? Non, nous regardons la télévision. Pourquoi? Les dépôts arrivent en heures. S'il te plaît, maman, encore 5 minutes.
That's pretty good, man.
Michelle, Anne, are you working? No, we're watching television. Mom, why? The DuPonts arrive in an hour. Please, Mom, 5 more minutes. That was what I just said.
That's pretty good, babe.
En français.
That's really good.
But I used to have, and my French name was Nicole. Because you had to pick, when you were in Spanish class, I know y'all, whoever took Spanish, you got to pick a Spanish name. And so I got to pick a French name. And I was taking with the older class, so I had to take what was left over. And so my French name was Nicole.
So you may be thinking to yourself, good, strong, dear, sweet listener, you may be thinking to yourself, why are they talking about learning French? Well, the kid was just in Quebec for a week, and that is what they speak.
Exclusively, pretty much.
Well, what I learned is in the city, in Montreal, you can get by without knowing French. You're in a big city.
They prefer you speak French.
Everybody speaks English. In the city, you can get by. But where I was out in the country, so I had to go about an hour east into the country. The people I met up there, they all spoke French. And when I went to a restaurant, the menu was in French. Everybody was speaking French. And there's young, good, strong Walter A. Evans. And he had nothing. He had a cell phone. He had absolutely nothing.
You have a cell phone.
I panicked.
Alan,
in this day
and age,
no, I know.
You've got a phone.
Well, I didn't have really good reception either. So anyway,
always an excuse.
Yeah. So I got inspired by all the people I was around who were speaking French. I thought, man, I wish I knew French, just like I wish I knew Spanish. But I know more. I think we know more Spanish. We know enough Spanish to where when we go to like Mexico, we kind of know what's going on.
Do we?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it would be more beneficial to learn Spanish, but French is sure fun.
Yeah. So I'm going to do it. Today is June the 25th. You know what today is? Today is the exact midpoint of the year. So I am making
It is?
Yes.
So I thought it was a 6 months Christmas anniversary.
So I am making an addendum to my bucket list for 2024. I'm adding for the last 6 months of the year, learn French.
Okay. Good luck.
Aren't you you're not going to do it with me?
I would do it with you, Alan, but I'm afraid you're going to aggravate me.
Oh, and here's another.
You can't even argue that because you know it's true.
Girl, you know it's true. Here's another. Speaking of, were they French? Milli Vanilli?
Ooh, 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 I love you.
Yeah.
I think one of them might have been, maybe both. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, in Quebec, the French Canadians, my name isn't Allen.
No, it's not.
It's not A-Train.
Nope.
It's none of that. It's not hello, I'm Allen. It's none of that. They have no idea. It's Elaine. So I think we can add that to the name list now. Elaine.
Well,
Alain is the
Elaine here is a girl name, you
Is
know. Elaine.
No, Elaine. That's Elaine.
I know, but you're saying it exactly the same way.
They say Elaine.
Alain.
Yeah.
Alain.
Right.
Alain.
I did have a kerfuffle at the Cafe Starbucks, which was, there's everybody's French in Starbucks, so like the menu's in French, everything's in French. So I go in there.
Was it Le Starbucks?
No, Cafe Starbucks.
Oh, Le Cafe Starbucks.
Well, that would be the Cafe Starbucks.
Yeah, everything isn't everything have a what do you call it? A feminine or a masculine article? Or is that just Spanish?
No, nouns.
I don't remember.
Nouns are feminine or
masculine.
Masculine, yeah. But no, I roll in there and they say bonjour. I say hello, so they know I'm a gringo. And then she's like, oh, you know, she can speak English. And I said, I would like a grande Americano with half and half and 2 Splendas. And she's looking at me like, she's unable to.
She's befuddled.
She's befuddled. She got the grande Americano, but the half and half, we were having an issue with that. And I didn't know how to communicate. I just want half and half. She's like, do you want milk and water? Or do you want cream and water? Or do you want milk and cream?
The easiest thing for you to
like,
do at that
I don't want any
moment
water. I don't want any water.
was just say cream.
Just
You should have just said cream.
well, after I said, well, just half and half a few times, confused her more.
Yeah.
I just said,
See, this is why I can't take French with you.
yeah, I know. I just said, I just want cream. Cream.
Because it took you that long to figure out. Just say cream and be done with it.
Sorry, I'm so dumb.
I didn't say you're dumb. I said you're aggravating.
I'm sorry, I'm so stupid.
I didn't say you're stupid. I said you're aggravating. There are 2 different things.
So I had a little kerfuffle at Cafe Starbucks, but it wasn't that bad. No, they were very nice. But why don't you do that, and then we'll start getting into the meat and potatoes of this podcast.
All right, I can do that.
Yes.
As I do so well. You know, putting on makeup, even if it's just the littlest bit, it does so much for my confidence. I'm assuming it's the same for other women as well. It boosts your mood. Well, Thrive Cosmetics is always my go-to for a fresh, everyday look, or if I'm going full-on glam. Now, today on my eyes, I went with the Brilliant Eye Brightener. I just did the Stella shade, which is like a champagne shimmer. I use that every day, no matter what. I put it all over my lid, almost up to my brow line. And then I use the Muna shade, which is this mauve taupe shimmer in the crease of my eyelid. Line my eyes with the Infinity waterproof eyeliner in Lauren, which is a black matte. So quick, so easy. And first thing when I walked into the studio this morning, Anna complimented me on how great my makeup looked out.
Wow, yeah.
And I'm telling you, it does not have to be complicated. The Brilliant Eye Brightener comes in 16 buildable, blendable shades. You can play with your looks using it as much or as little as you like. You cannot go wrong. And not only do I love Thrive Cosmetics, especially the Brilliant Eye Brightener, I love the mission of Thrive Cosmetics, because for every product you buy, Thrive Cosmetics donates products and funds to help communities thrive, like helping people who are coming out of homelessness and people who are battling cancer.
Refresh your everyday look with Thrive Cosmetics, luxury beauty that gives back. And right now you can get an exclusive 10% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich for 10% off your first order.
You are going to love Legacy Box. You know, becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Box now. They're the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their Brilliant Eye Brightener and Stella Champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna mint green shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaisa color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich. I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich.
Love Thrive Cosmetics. Okay, so we mentioned the trip to Canada. This is one of those weird things where I would love to tell you everything I did in Canada. Unfortunately, for the podcast, I cannot.
You can in August.
I can in August. We're going to have some really exciting news we can tell, stuff we can tell, stories we can tell.
But y'all, man, you better wait till August.
You got to wait till August, yeah. But right now, what I can tell you is I took a week-long trip. I left on Father's Day, the Sunday, and I flew from Dallas-Fort Worth to Quebec, to Montreal. I've never been to Montreal. Check that off the bucket list. Visit a city you've never been to for 2024, so knock that one out.
I haven't done that yet. Well, yeah, I have. I guess if you count like Nevada, Texas, which I found out
good call.
was called Nevada and not
It's called
Nevada.
Nevada. It's called Nevada. Yeah.
When I had to go to a baseball tournament in Nevada, Texas.
That's far.
So that counts.
But traveled up there, rented a car, drove from Montreal east to the countryside, stayed at a hotel called the Chateau Bromont. And Chateau Bromont is in the town of Bromont. And I also learned that Bromont is I'm going to say Bromont as many times as I can.
Yeah, I told y'all, aggravating. How do you say aggravating?
Beautiful little town in Quebec. It is a ski resort. So obviously no snow in the summer. It was so hot. It was as hot there as it is here. Maybe.
And you didn't believe them.
I didn't believe them.
Because the first day you got there, you were like, what are they talking about?
They were saying,
it's like 70 degrees.
Yeah, they were saying, we're having some bad heat. And I was like, come on. I'm from Texas. How hot can it be in freaking Quebec? Frickin' Quebec. So I roll up there, babe.
The first day it was great.
No.
I thought you said the first day was like 70 degrees.
The last day, it was 70 degrees in the morning. Oh. But then the temperature was as hot as it is here, 95 to 100, but the humidity was off the freaking charts. It was, and they were all saying, they were like, we never get this. Like, it's never like this. Of course, the week you're here, it's like this. So anyway, the weather was very unusual, but the town Bromont is a ski resort. I looked out my hotel window and there's a big mountain right there, and you could see the ski lift and the where people would ski down. And
except it was all grassy.
It was all green and grassy, very nice. And golf courses everywhere. I was thinking about you. We could maybe someday go back and play golf, and so much to do around there.
Why? It's so hot.
Well, in the summer. But lots of little everyone eats outside when it's not like 1,000,000 degrees like it was, but little cafes everywhere.
Yes, because they're French.
Yeah, everyone, just having coffee at a cafe, little villages everywhere.
Did you have an
really
espresso?
Cool. No, I didn't have an espresso. I didn't have espresso. I just had what I usually have.
And when I went to France, it was the year 2000. That's how easy it is for me to remember. And I remember we stayed at a hotel in Paris. It was called the Bedford.
Dime.
That's easy to remember too, because we live near a city called Bedford. That's how I remember it. And I just remember they don't use a lot of preservatives and things there. A lot of people will say, I'll go to, Europe and I'll eat all the bread and butter and cheese and I'll drink all the wine and I never get a hangover and I come home and I've lost weight. And it's because they shop fresh every day. The bread and butter there, you cannot explain how good it is. Mm-hmm. And then, and then we also were in London. I drank hot tea there and I came back to the United States. I'm like, I love hot tea. And I came back to the United States and I ordered tea at a restaurant. I'm like, this isn't the same. It's just not the same. Mm-hmm. It's because, it's, you hate to, beat a dead horse, but we put so much chemical and garbage in our stuff here.
It's funny you say that because, at Starbucks, they had all the sweeteners, artificial stuff. But when I was with the people I was with and we were getting coffee in the morning, my friend and coworker up there, his name's David. David said, he said, you want to get some coffee? And I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, what do you want in it? And I said, well, I usually get it with half and half and Splenda. He's like, Splenda? And I was like, yeah.
Does he know what that was?
Yeah, he knew what it was, but he's like,
why?
Yeah, we don't have that. He's like, usually we drink it just like black, or we'll put maple syrup in it, or sugar. But the artificial, they're not big on the artificial stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we're killing ourselves.
Yeah,
we're killing ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
But what else can I tell you? Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's about it.
I can't fill you in on a lot of details. I was up there.
What was the favorite thing you ate?
I was up there working, but yeah, I'll have more to share in the next couple of months.
You didn't sign an NDA on what you ate?
No. Usually I just ate with the people I was with, and they brought in food. A lot of poke bowls.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, I had poke bowls all week.
Isn't that raw?
No.
Poke bowls aren't raw fish?
The one I had wasn't. No.
Yeah, because I'd be starving.
No, a lot of poke bowls. But I was told by one of the French Canadians, they said, you've got to try poutine while you're here. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it. So the last night we finally got done. It was Friday night. We got done at like 8:00. So me and David, we went to this restaurant. It was the only one in Bromont that was open. And we went in, and the first thing he said is, he goes, this is the only place here that's open this late. So he's like, watch, we're going to be here eating, and then it will kind of just, while we're here, it will miraculously turn into this club. And I'm like, really?
We have a place like that up the street, the sushi restaurant that becomes a nightclub.
Yeah, I was like, this just looks like a bar, like a restaurant. He's like, no, watch. And I'm like, okay. So I ordered poutine. Poutine it's a Quebec dish. It's originally French fries, cheese curd, and gravy.
I love cheese curds.
Right. That's what it is. That's poutine. But they had all the tricked up types of poutine. Like, how you get a burger, or you can get a mushroom Swiss, you can get a California burger, you can get
fries.
Yeah, you can get same thing with poutine. So I got the beef poutine. They had sausage, they had chicken, whatever. So I got the steak poutine
with Splenda.
No, and it was with a beer at the. How often do I drink beer?
Rarely,
very rarely, unless it's my pal's beer.
Eight,
yeah. So anyway, it was very good, very, very good. But while we were eating, and I'm in the nasty, sweaty, dirty clothes that I've been in all day. We're sitting there, me and David. Sure enough, all these like really young people start coming in, like mini skirts and all these real big, buff dudes. You know, everybody's talking French, and I'm like, what is happening? He's like, I told you. They start pushing tables out of the way. Then a DJ comes in.
And you're like, I'm still eating.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to cram down my poutine. It's like, what is happening? He's like, I told you, man. And I was like, dude, we're like I was the oldest guy in there by far. I said, where all these people live? Where do they come from? He said, well, a lot of people have second homes in Bromont, or they come from Montreal to that little town because it's fun, and they'll stay there for the weekend. They'll stay there for the weekend, go, sightseeing or whatever, and then go to this, I guess it was a club. I forgot
Yeah.
what the name of the place was.
We have that sushi place
Yeah,
up there. That's happened to us
kind of the
before.
same
We're like,
thing.
what the hell?
Kind of the same deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
We're too old for that.
Too old. I'm too old for that. But I thought that was kind of interesting. But anyway, more to come on Quebec
In August.
in August.
You just have to wait.
You know, it may be sooner than that though.
They might give you permission.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Who is they?
The people that made you sign the NDA.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying.
You shouldn't.
I didn't.
Okay.
Then why'd you ask me who they is? Trying to trip me up?
You want to do some letters?
Please.
Letters. This first letter is from Celeste. Subject, Valentin Imperial.
Yes, we love Allen and
Yes.
Imperial.
Yas.
Riviera Maya.
Yas Queen. Hi, Kellie and Allen. My husband Ben and I are taking a trip to Mexico at the end of the month for our 8th anniversary. All right. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Ours is the day after yours.
July the 2nd would be theirs
We have-
because ours is July the
Are you going to be out of
1st.
town on our anniversary?
Yes.
What the heck?
Were you planning something big?
Well, okay.
Were you planning
Well,
something?
All right.
You knew I was going to be out of town. I'm going home to see family in
This is
South
going to
Carolina.
be me and the Shins. Dogs. Shin.
Oh, is Shin?
Shin.
Shin.
This will be our second time down there, and this time we are staying at the Valentin Imperial. We're super excited. I had looked into joining your podcast family vacation in 2021. Unfortunately, the dates didn't quite work out for us, but I've always still wanted to stay at the Valentin. After hearing your glowing reviews, question, do you have any recommendations? Best food, drinks, things to do, etc. Love you both desperately from your faithful San Antone listeners, Celeste.
Ah, Celeste. Well, the restaurants are all awesome. Things changed a little bit after COVID. They used to have a breakfast buffet in the restaurant in the by the ocean. It's called, oh God, it's been so long. Land and Sea, Land and Sea,
Like Splash and
like
Meadow.
Mare and LC. Anyway,
Oh,
the
no,
one
that's-
right by the ocean where you go to for lunch, right there by
Benihana.
the beach. They used to have a breakfast buffet, but now that's been moved to closer to the lobby area. You'll figure it out very quickly. Alan loves it. You love the breakfast buffet.
I mean, what Evans doesn't like a buffet?
Yeah. And I'll tell you, the only thing is you need to go ahead and make your reservations. If you can't, we really recommend doing the privilege package. They don't call it that anymore. They call it
Privé.
privé, because I guess privilege sounds
Which-
too privileged.
Is that French or Spanish?
Privé, I don't know. It's a Spanish place, but anyway, what the privé, the privilege package privé, gets you is a reserved cabana either on the beach or by the pool, and you can go back and forth. You don't have to commit to one for the entire stay. You can flip flop, but you also get lobster at every dinner. And I'll tell you, it's amazing. It's amazing. And sometimes I'll just want the lobster because it's just so much. A lot of people do the hibachi there. We do not, only because it is exactly like going to hibachi in the United States. And we do that all the time. So, but other people love it because it's just like the United States. But the Mexican restaurants really probably my favorite, and the Indonesian.
All the food is great, Celeste.
That's what we went because we were
yeah.
recommended because the food is so good there.
If you can swing it, like Kelly said, do that privé or that privilege package.
It's not that
It's
terribly
not-
much
yeah,
more.
and you get so much. You get 4 bottles of booze in your hashtag not an ad. You get 4 bottles of booze in your room.
Yeah, you can choose.
like top shelf, like good
Grey
stuff.
Goose
Yeah,
or-
and you can wrap it up in a towel and bring it home in your suitcase, so you don't have to drink it all while you're there. Like Kelly said, you get the lobster at every meal if you want. You get the service on the beach with the towels, and you get your own private palapa or cabana. I mean,
Palapa, yeah.
to us, it's worth it. But
We love it, and I hope you do, because then I feel a tremendous amount of pressure when people go somewhere we recommend. But when you check in, they greet you with a fresh cold towel. They take you to the privé lounge where they have snacks and cocktails, and they get you all checked in, and they're just the sweetest people, and we love it. There's a quiet pool that you can go to. We kind of go over there to get like lunch sometimes. We mainly stay in the main pool. It's not that raucous. There's a side of the party pool that's a little calmer than the other side. They'll have They have the most amazing dancers. They come out and do shows. They have contests. It's just a lot of fun. We love it.
Okay. This next message is from Melody. Subject, if you had known then. Why did I say only? There's no only there.
I don't know.
If only you had known then. What's the matter with me?
Do you want me to read it?
Subject, if only you had known then. Okay.
Now say it en français.
It took me, well, I can't do that. It took me 3 tries, but I got it. Hi, Allen and Kelly. I've been listening to the podcast as they came out since episode 390. However, I knew immediately that I had to hear them all. Whoa, it's a lot of content. So I continued listening to the current weekly, but I also started at episode 1.
Oh, my.
I've made it to episode 203, Jan 2020. First, I can't believe you told Kelly that you would be disappointed if you didn't get an iPhone 11. Fake news. Fake news.
Is it?
Fake news.
Is it?
Yes.
They absolutely went back and listened. Have you been back to listen to that episode?
I remember this, and
episode 200 something. You remember?
Total bit joke.
Was it?
Yes. Does that? And I remember saying, when I got called on the carpet on this before, does that sound like me?
Yes.
Oh, I got an iPhone 10. I want an iPhone 11.
You didn't have to say it that way, but it's still implied.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite, it's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day, that food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code SANDWICH so they know we sent you. Now that I've reached a certain age, I realize how much my sleep affects me and everybody around me. It affects my energy, my mood, my patience. And I've also learned that I don't need to waste a lot on fancy sleep gadgets because one of the best things I've done is upgrade to Boll and Branch sheets. I noticed the difference from night one. They are incredibly soft, so breathable. It's because Boll and Branch's sheets are made with 100% organic cotton that's woven specifically for airflow. Now I don't wake up feeling hot with sheets sticking to my legs anymore. My sheets keep me cool and comfortable all night long. And they've actually gotten softer with every wash. They even did a survey of their customers. 94% of them said the same thing. I love my Boll and Branch sheets, and honestly, I can't imagine ever going back to any other bedding. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/sandwich with code SANDWICH. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/sandwich. Code SANDWICH to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/sandwich, code SANDWICH. Exclusions apply. I think everybody's had that moment where they say, I should start my own business. Now, maybe you've got an amazing hot sauce recipe, or you've gotten really great at making candles or jewelry, and all your friends keep telling you you should sell that stuff. Well, what's stopping you? If you've been sitting on a business idea, Shopify makes it easy to make it happen. Everything you need to start selling is included and ready from day one. When your first customer is ready to buy, Shopify Checkout helps more people actually complete the purchase. And when they come back, their information's already saved. So checkout is quick and easy. One tap and they're done. Shopify handles all the technical stuff too, the setup and checkout, so you can spend your time growing your business and doing what you actually love. It's no wonder Shopify powers millions of businesses around the world, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to small businesses just getting started like yours. With Shopify, nothing stands between your idea and a real business, so go make it one. Start your free trial at shopify.com/sandwich. That's shopify.com/sandwich. One more time, shopify.com/sandwich. sandwich.
Whatever. She does the laughing till crying. She knows I was joking. I mean, you had a 10. Did you really need an 11? I just love all the bitching and bemoaning.
See? See?
However, the reason for this blast from the past reminder is Kelly. In the last 4 or 5 episodes, there were so many holiday parties. Kelly has done the usual, so busy, so tired bit. She made a comment that it would all be okay, though, because she would get plenty of rest in 2020. At first, I laughed and I thought, if she only knew. Then it occurred to me, did she know? Maybe it was part of that South Kakalaki intuition.
Yeah,
anyway,
maybe.
I just wanted to remind you of an old episode. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Melody.
Yeah, we all got lots of rest in 2020, didn't we? More than we bargained for.
Yeah. Oh, this next message or letter is from Joshua. Oh, this is Good Strong JC. This is the fella that said I wore him down and he couldn't take it anymore. Remember? And then he went back and listened, and now we're tight.
Yeah.
Kind of like me and Luke.
And does he have a home weekend vacation app?
Well, let's get into his letter. Subject, satisfying your cues by giving you my A's hard. Hi, Allen and Kelly. To answer a couple of questions you had about my last letter, plus a comment or two.
Yeah, I still have questions.
Remember, we didn't know where he lived.
Yeah, now I'm gonna find out.
I live in God's country, USA, if you consider the Lake of the Ozarks area in Missouri, God's country.
Oh, that's like where the Ozark series was based.
On a related note, if you still haven't finished Ozark, you need to.
We haven't.
Even though it's a poor man's Breaking Bad, it's still better than a lot of shows on TV. You know, we just got to the last season, didn't we? Last couple of episodes?
Right. We didn't watch the last season at all. Did
we not?
We didn't look at the last season. Breaking Bad, we got to like episode 4 and we bailed because we were like, it was just not vibing. But everybody said, you got to hang on to like episode 6 or something. And we just never did. And as far as Ozark, it went away. And I think it took so long to come back that we never went back. So it's still sitting there waiting for us.
JC says, if you ever come up this way, you've got a newly remodeled place to stay.
Nice. Newly remodeled.
Now, since you've never been to Montana, I'll wait to hear from you before I make the bed.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he's a realist. I agree that being called boss is irritating, but since my employees only call me that, I'm okay with it. Since I'm genuinely asking my department heads, you got anything else? So that I can let them go from a morning meeting, I don't think that that's irritating. I don't think that they get irritated.
But I'm not your employee.
I'm the boss.
Okay. But see, when you ask me that, it's like nails on a chalkboard.
Why don't you just say that, like, really me existing is like nails on a chalkboard?
You existing is like nails. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You told me to say it. I was just joking. You said, why don't you just say it? So I said it. It was a joke. That was a joke.
Since I'm genuinely asking my department heads, got anything else so that I can let them go from a morning meeting, I don't think that they get irritated. But if they did, they'd never say a word because I rule with an iron fist.
See?
It would rain fury upon them, unlike the which this world has ever seen.
See, and that just shows how I'm not scared of you, honey.
At even a hint of insubordination. That last part was a mild exaggeration. Love you both desperately. Your very best customer, Good Strong JC.
I'm sorry if I've been insubordinate.
It's okay, babe.
I'm sorry. I love you. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
But every time I told you how much I missed you, you didn't say it back. You weren't missing me because you were having so much fun.
That's not true.
You were having so much fun. You didn't miss me.
That's not true. This is okay. So here's a peek behind the kimono. I'm gonna lift the kimono.
I'm gonna go back through all my messages.
I'm gonna lift the kimono, reveal all. This is one of Kelly's bits when I'm gone somewhere, which doesn't happen a lot, but when I am, Kelly said, "Oh, I miss you," and I'll say, "I miss you too, babe. I wish I was there to see what was going on." She doesn't ever recall me saying that, and then later on she will say, "You never say that you miss me," and that is. It's not a lie. It's just
I don't remember stuff.
Yeah, it's not a fact. That's not a fact. That's an untruth.
But what if it is a fact?
But it's not a fact.
But what if it's just kind of like a dismissive, I miss you too. And like an intentional, I miss you. Remember when you used to tell me, I miss you because you wanted to say I love you? Remember that when we first started dating and I went on the Raspberry road trip? I miss you. I miss you. Remember that?
I do.
Do you feel like that still, honey?
I do. Very much so. Very much so. This next letter is
Really?
from, yes, I do. This next letter is from David. Subject,
find the
various and sundry topics. Dear Kellie and Allen, just a quick hello to our two dear friends in the Dallas-Fort Worth area who refused to visit us in Rhode Island. Remember the couple in Rhode Island? They sent us the sausage, but it wasn't called sausage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I remember the meat.
Oh, what was that called?
It was called something.
It had a funny name.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I remember getting it. It was
Soupy.
yes.
And I ate
remember
the
it.
whole freaking thing.
You did.
Yeah. This is them. First of all, I'm holding Kellie personally responsible for my addiction to Best Fiends.
That's friends without the R.
Hashtag not an ad. Hashtag no longer a sponsor. As I entered.
True.
Yeah. Well,
Play Pilfer now. Oh my gosh, I have to get off Pilfer. It drives me nuts.
pilfer. As I enter today's competition, I currently reside in 488th place.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's
isn't
very good.
it? Yeah. I'm not totally sure who I'm competing against, the state of Rhode Island, perhaps.
Same with Pilfer. You don't know who you're competing against.
But I've worked my way down from 792nd place.
Wow.
The, quote, it's good for my mind, end quote, excuse no longer carries any weight with Michelle. I'm assuming his lovely dear wife. So once a day, I have to flip over to Wordle.
Yeah, I play Wordle every day with my mama. I play Wordle, Quordle, and Blossom.
As I type this, I'm facing level 3,928, as well as gaming rehab.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a lot.
We just finished your Father's Day episode on our trip to Trader Joe's, and we're a little dismayed not to hear the final resolution of of the 3 bikes or 2 in the garage discussion.
Yeah.
Maybe I missed it while I was daydreaming at a red light, but I'm sure there was an amicable consensus on the bike count.
No, we never talked about it
Or,
afterwards.
if I know Alan, there wasn't.
No, it wasn't. See, I swear to y'all, and I'm not trying to be difficult, honey. I'm just telling you what I remember you saying.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You said, because I came home one day, there were only 2 bikes in the garage, and you said, babe, I finally realized I don't need 3 bikes. And you traded in 2 and got 1 nice one.
There's 2 in there now.
Where's the 3rd one now?
I told
At
you
the shop.
this. I told no. I told you this. That was a loaner. That wasn't my bike.
So we only have 2 bikes?
There are 2 motorcycles in the garage that belong to me. I'm going to set the record straight for
But the
everybody.
3rd one's mine.
I'm going to set the record
now.
straight for everybody. There are 2 motorcycles in the garage that
And 1 3-wheeler.
that belong to me that are titled in my name. There is 1 3-wheeler.
That's me.
That's your Can-Am.
Okay, what's the 3rd one?
There is no 3rd one.
Alan, there were 3 motorcycles in that
And
garage.
what I'm telling you is the 3rd one was not my bike. That was a loaner bike.
Then why didn't you just tell me that's not my bike, it's a
I
loaner?
did tell you this. I had this discussion with you before. Now, see,
You didn't say that on the podcast or else the person would have said that.
I know because we've now blown the last 5 minutes talking about personal business on how many bikes are in the garage. We've had this discussion before.
Why did we have a loaner bike? Why did you need a loaner bike?
Because I was just playing with it. It's just a toy.
They were just trying to see if you'd buy it. Why didn't you tell me that?
I did. I said it's not mine. And then it went back. That's what happened. That's the
He
deal.
did not say that. Did he not say, I'm going to have to go back and listen to that podcast. Did he not say I have 3 motorcycles?
I said there's 3 in there now.
You are just twisting it.
How do
Twisting
you
it.
figure?
Because that was implying there were 3 motorcycles.
There
and we
were.
Have, that
There
you
were-
have 3 motorcycles.
Well, you asked me how many bikes are in the garage, and I said there's 3.
Right. That implies you have 3 motorcycles. I didn't know one was just a test driver.
Okay. Well, how many? Okay. How many are in there now?
I don't know. I haven't been in that side of the garage. I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's the deal.
Well, there's your resolution.
There you go. There's the resolution.
I want everybody to go back and see if Alan told me that was just a loan. I don't think he did.
Okay.
I'm glad to know we only own 2 motorcycles and the 3-wheel vehicle.
Okay, David. There you go. I cleared it up, hopefully. Kelly, I love that you have begun to embrace golf. Your competition with, he said Cole, but it's Dylan. Your competition with Dylan is adorable. Michelle and I have recently taken up golf and we suck equally. I played ice hockey up until COVID, and all hockey players I know are naturally gifted at swinging a club. All but this one, I've managed to follow everyone's advice and keep my head down, which is really sound advice, by the way. But other facets of my game are just below beginner level and just above pathetic. Anyway, Rhode Island is a beautiful destination in June. Colin Coward recently bought a property here, and Dave Quinn, recent coach of the San Jose Sharks, is building a house on the beach. Of course, Taylor Swift has a little place in Watch Hill. So if you're interested in coming to the Northeast, we have plenty of room for you. Fun fact, Rhode Island is not a town in New York, contrary to the opinion of the rest of the continental United States. Best from your greatest fans in Rhode Island, Michelle and Dave. P.S. We'd be happy to send you down another soupy if you're interested. Dave, I am all about the soupy. Send down the soupy. I will eat the soupy myself.
He will.
I ate the whole other soupy myself.
He did.
The soupy is dense.
It was.
So you can't cut up a soupy and like eat it all at once. I
You have to just a bite at a time.
Oh yeah, it's
just like an elephant.
Oh yeah. If you try to eat it all at once, it's a lot. What? Oh yeah. You know what else is a lot?
What?
This.
Really? Really? You know, we all know, we know this. We need to get more sleep, but the quality of sleep is equally, if not more important. Nothing has improved our quality of sleep like our Helix mattress. I'm still working on the quantity part, but the quality, we got that on lockdown. Our Helix Dusk Luxe has been life-changing. Helix offers 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe that we were matched with, also the Ultra Premium Elite collections. I emphasize the word unique because when you take the Helix sleep quiz, in less than 2 minutes, you're going to be matched with the perfect Helix mattress that's unique for your body and your sleep preferences. They've got the Helix Plus for big and tall sleepers, models with memory foam layers that provide optimal pressure relief for side sleepers like myself, models with a more responsive foam that cradle your body to provide the essential support you need if you're a stomach or back sleeper, enhanced cooling features to keep you from overheating at night. There's also their award-winning kids mattress. Helix has truly mattresses for the entire family and the guest room. Don't forget your guests. With Helix, your personalized mattress is shipped straight to your door. It's free of charge to do that. You also get a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty, and that depends on the mattress that you choose.
Helix is offering up to 30% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/sandwich. That's helixsleep.com/sandwich. This is their best offer yet, and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Okay, let's do this. We have more letters, but not that much time. So why don't I got 3 things here, 3 bulleted items. I'm just going to read them to you. I want to get your reaction just from the hip. Maybe we can discuss a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm ready. I'm anxious. I don't know what it's about.
Oh, okay. The first one is Sydney Sweeney has had discussions with Lucasfilms.
Yes.
Did you know this?
No.
You didn't know this.
No.
So this is showbiz tidbit news that I know and you don't?
Yes.
Okay. Sydney Sweeney, who I didn't know from Adam until she was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, she hosted.
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
excellent, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was funny.
Yeah, she was in that movie with Glenn Powell, Anyone But You. She was in White Lotus.
Okay.
The season where they went to Hawaii.
Okay.
And that was the one our friend Mark was on.
Yeah.
They were trapped at the 4 Seasons in Hawaii.
Okay. Well,
filming. Not in the movie, but the literal cast. It was on lockdown for filming. And so they were all, isolated there at the 4 Seasons.
Well, Sydney Sweeney, she has a
large chest. She's known for her bosom.
tremendous
But be mature about it. That is her natural body. She was just gifted in the chest department.
Tremendous personality was where I was going. I don't know
you
why
were talking about her breasts.
Well, I don't know why you're talking about physical attributes.
Because that's what everybody talks about with her.
Okay. Well, anyway, she met with Lucasfilms, and I'm like, why? Is she going to be in like The Mandalorian? Or like what is happening? Do you think she's going to, and if she was cast in a Disney or a a Star Wars movie, what would she do? Like, what would she play?
Anything she wants. She's excellent.
Is she?
She is.
Is she?
Have you seen her in anything? You're judging it by looking at her in a magazine and her big boobs. She's actually very good. She was very funny hosting SNL.
She was.
So, I mean,
No,
that's
she
what you
was.
can go by there, but she's really talented. She and her fiance produce movies. She just bought this huge estate in Florida. She's doing very, very well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I thought it'd be fun to talk about. But, in Star Wars, in the Star Wars universe, there's not a lot of sexuality.
That's a lie. Princess Leia and the bikini when she was being held captive by Jabba the Hutt. That was every little 13-year-old boy's poster.
Jabba will need you go.
How can you say there was no sexuality there? She was a pinup queen.
That's the only example. You can
Okay,
give
well,
me.
there's that. I mean,
Well,
there is.
that and in the cantina, I think you had the girl that was green. I forget what her.
Yeah,
She was
like
dancing
she was like a
around.
stripper.
She kind of had
whatever.
a bikini on.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, there's not a lot of sexuality in Star Wars.
Maybe that would not be what her character. Maybe she'd just be playing a character.
Oh, so this is a serious role for her?
Well, I don't know, Alan. I have no idea. This is all news to me.
Okay.
Apparently, you don't think she can be taken seriously based on the size of her chest. So that says more about you than me,
Oh, wow.
doesn't it?
That's a hot sports opinion.
You laid it out there. She obviously can't be a good actress because her boobs are too big.
That's not what I said.
Or she can't have a serious role because her boobs are too big. It has to be a sex riddled role, or she's not going to be cast. Sex riddled? Is that the word?
I don't
sexual.
I don't think it's a stretch to say that if you've grown up with Star Wars and you've watched Star Wars,
You just want to see flat-chested women,
no, that's not what I said either. You're
or six-breasted women.
no, that I certainly didn't say that.
Don't they have those?
But if say you're a Jedi Knight, you're not going to be rolling around with some big low-cut thing showing like
Well, why would she be?
6 inches of cleave.
There are women that have big breasts that don't show all that cleavage. They wear normal clothes.
Okay. As long as we put a robe on her and put a hood on her, I'm good.
Oh my gosh, there's my natural reaction to that, and y'all saw his, so there you go.
Okay, second subject. The Justin Timberlake mugshot.
I know.
What's going on with Justin?
So he was at this, oh gosh, it's a hotel called like the American Restaurant or the American Hotel or something like that. It's like I guess a bar restaurant in Sag Harbor. And he was hanging out with friends and apparently was trying to go to wherever he was staying. He was on a little few days break from his tour. And from what we came to find out, we didn't know this initially, but a young officer, I believe he's about 23, 24 years old, pulled him over and basically let him off with a warning, thinking that his friends were going to give him a drive home. Because remember, he told the officer, I was following my friends. So he was, I guess, driving alone in his BMW and the friends were in a car ahead of him or something. Anyway, so the guy was trying to give him a break because Justin said, I only had one martini. Okay. And so then the officer lets him off with a warning, thinking he's going to get a ride home with his friends. Then he starts patrolling another area and he notices Justin's BMW blowing through a stop sign and then swerving into the traffic and into another lane, not into traffic. It was like 12:30 in the morning. There was no traffic, but pulled him over. Again, Justin insisted he only had one martini. But the officer said he smelled of alcohol. His eyes are glassy and bloodshot. He refused to take the breathalyzer. He said, I don't want the chemical test. He refused it 3 times. On 3 different occasions they asked him, but he failed the field sobriety test. They said he got real confused when he was looking for his, registrations and stuff. And it was just like, he was, but still insisted he only had one martini. So People Magazine talked to the bartender at this establishment and they said, yeah, we only sold him one martini. If he drank anything else, he didn't drink it here. Basically, because if a bar overserves a patron, they can get in trouble. But there were eyewitnesses there that said Justin, maybe he only ordered one martini, but he was drinking everybody else's drinks, going around and asking people to let him have drinks. So he was arrested. People say he was really freaking out. And I would be too. If that happened to me, I I think I would just be in a puddle. I would have the worst, you talk about bloodshot eyes. It'd be from the veins popping in my eyeballs from crying so hard. It would be just mortifying, right? But they got paparazzi, got pictures of him coming out in handcuffs. But his attorney, whose office, he's apparently represented some really, he represented like Matt Lauer, anybody that lives up in that part of the country.
Lewd.
His office happened to be right across the street from this bar where all this allegedly went down. He said he's going to vigorously defend Justin on this. But what are they going to? I don't know. And the big thing is everybody couldn't believe that the arresting officer didn't recognize Justin Timberlake, and that Justin said this is going to ruin the tour. And the guy's like, "What tour?" And Justin said, "The world tour."
Wait a minute. What's their? I don't understand. He was driving drunk and he got busted twice. What's the?
Well, he got let off with the warning the first time. The guy thought he was going to, get in the car with friends, I guess, but then he got pulled over, and we don't know what he blew. If that's been reported, I didn't see it. But now people are looking back on a recent performance he did, I think in Vegas.
Yeah, he didn't look right.
And he goes out in the crowd with his dancers, and his eyes are bugging out of his head.
He didn't look right.
They're red, and the bags under his eyes, but like I was saying, he's on adrenaline and stuff. At a photo shoot a couple weeks ago, that could have been me. I had an allergic reaction to something. My eyes were scaly and red and puffy, and some people could have said, she's been doing something. I'm like, yeah, I've been sniffing pollen. That's what I was doing.
No, I mean, if he wants to drink and do blow while he's performing, that's one thing, but you can't do it and then drive.
Can't drive. But, he said I had one martini. Okay, let's say he did have one martini, but there's a lot. Like the other day I went to a hotel in San Antonio. If you ever go to San Antonio, stay at the Hotel Valencia. We love it there. And just like when you go to a resort in Mexico, when they greet you, they say, would you like a margarita? And hell yeah, you want a margarita. It's just a little cup. But I hadn't eaten lunch. That little bit of margarita hit me hard. So I wouldn't be able, and I only had like not even a full margarita. I was in no shape to drive after that. So sometimes it's like you can have one and maybe be okay to drive. Some people say any alcohol touches your lips, you should not be behind the wheel. So
okay, so martini, strong drink, big drink. You mix it with other stuff. I don't know what else he's doing, but you mix it with other stuff.
Yeah, you don't know.
And then you get the mugshot he did. Okay, that's one thing.
And maybe his eyes were glassy from crying.
Yeah, maybe. Second thing, whenever someone gets stopped, the officer thinks that they've been driving drunk and they've been drinking. When they ask them the question, have you had anything to drink? And they give the answer, I've had this amount of drink. How many times do you think that is the accurate, God honest truth? That's how much I drank.
Probably not.
How about never?
It might be sometimes, but I think more often than not, it's a lie. It's like when you ask a girl, how many have you been with?
Right. Well, officer, I had 4 martinis. No. You're not going to say that.
But it is your right to refuse to take the breathalyzer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, and then the last subject, if you have been on the social media, I hate to say it, but this has been extremely hard to avoid.
You're not talking about the Hawk Tuah girl, are you?
The Hawk Tuah girl.
I don't want to talk about that.
What is your take on the Hawk Tuah girl?
Well, it's unfortunate. I don't know the full details. When I was told about it, my boss said to me, not my boss, a different boss.
Which one? Hey, Kelly.
White cheddar. No.
Hey. Oh, stop talking.
Yeah, he was like, how can you not? Because I'm supposed to have my pulse on it, my finger on the pulse of everything
happening. So you
happening.
didn't see this?
Well, not initially. I have now since then. But when he was talking about that incident, I hadn't at that point. But it's a girl that was caught in a state of inebriation. She was being very silly, and she was talking about how to keep her man satisfied.
You got to change your voice.
No, I'm not, because I'm not going to say anything vulgar. But, and anyway, she said something, and, probably in a sober state, she wouldn't have done it. She was being silly on a night out. And I think it turns out she was like a teacher or something, and she's been fired.
She's a teacher?
Something like that. I haven't done a deep dive, but I think she's lost her job over it, over something, a silly night out. And I feel really bad about that because she was just being silly. You know how you get with your girlfriend sometimes. I would be really embarrassed at some of the things that I talked with my girlfriends about. And is that really worth losing your job over? Now, granted, if she was a youth pastor, I get that. But if she truly was an elementary school teacher, I don't know. I just don't. We just got to be so careful because what happened to? I thought there was this reverse of cancel culture. I thought we were starting to see the backlash that cancel culture's dead, and you can't be canceled for, saying certain things. She didn't say anything racist. She didn't say anything homophobic. She said something a little vulgar. I just don't think it was. I'd be embarrassed. I'd be really embarrassed if my daddy saw me say something like that. I'd be embarrassed if my daddy heard half the stuff that was on this podcast, But I don't think it was necessary. I mean, if you're asking my gut instinct opinion, and I haven't done a deep dive, I don't really know what her job was, but I heard it was something like a teacher. I'm not 100% sure. But I just don't think that was a fireable offense, in my opinion. I think we need to show grace to people and a little bit of mercy because, that girl probably... She could also, on the flip side, turn this into, like her 15 minutes of fame and monetize it. She could monetize it because everybody that I talked to thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it's one of those videos that it went, they say viral.
It was silly.
This one seriously went viral.
It just seriously.
Everybody started.
TikTok's people picked up the sounder. Right. And kept using it. And, what makes something go viral? I guarantee you there have been things way more vulgar, risque, and hilarious that have been done and they don't go viral. It's just, I don't know. And maybe I don't know. That's my gut instinct reaction on that.
I just wanted
knee-jerk reaction.
I just wanted to get your take.
What do you think? Do you think she should have been fired? I guess it depends on what you do for a living, like I said, but.
Well, I do know in some jobs, and I don't know what she did, but I do know in some jobs, and I've worked in these jobs, that there's a
morality clause.
There's a code of conduct, and they say, you got to watch what you post on social media or what you say on social media because the internet's forever, and it's going to not play just now, but 50 years from now.
Perpetuity,
100
they say.
years from now.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of companies say, you are a reflection on the company. So if you want to work here, you got to be careful on what you post and what you say or what you have yourself recorded saying.
Well, I guarantee you there are so many people coming in with job offers for this girl right now because they feel bad for her situation.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that it was, if she did lose her job, that's justified. I don't know what she did.
I don't know.
But
either.
it is if you think about what she's saying, it is an extremely lewd, crude, off-color
But she wasn't wearing her company T-shirt.
I understand.
You know what I mean? I don't
understand.
know. I
but
just
if you think about what she's saying,
grace.
If you think about what she's saying,
yeah,
okay.
I do think about what she's saying.
What is she saying?
But let's, are we holding everyone to that same standard?
No,
we're not.
No, we're not.
We're not.
No, we're not.
And but then again, this is a lesson for all the children. Life ain't fair.
Yeah.
And that's what I told Emma Kelly sometimes. I'm like, it's just not fair. But that is the way it is. It's just not fair sometimes.
Yeah.
Look at me showing compassion for the Hawk Tuah girl.
I do think it's kind of funny how I've seen the, like the presidential, like Hawk and Tuah for 24. Hawk Tuah 24 presidential race.
I haven't seen that.
That's kind of funny. I might wear that hat.
I wish you wouldn't. Because you're my husband.
Yeah. No, I don't.
And
I don't,
you've got sons.
Yeah, I know. I don't think this is so funny that I would.
And a daughter.
Yeah, I know. I don't think this is so funny that I would buy merch.
No.
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 I don't think I would support it. It's just interesting, like you say, how some things they just spread like wildfire, and nobody could ever guess that some silly video like that is going to go viral.
Yeah, people work so hard to go viral.
So they try to do it.
I mean, sweat.
Yes.
Toil, labor over getting that right thing, and just doesn't ever happen.
You've seen that meme of oh God, what is Jennifer Lopez's husband's name? Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck. You've seen that meme of him where he's got the blue sweater on, he's holding his head, like he just looks real defeated, and people caption it with all kinds of different things. I saw one that said the Hawk Tuah girl's dad at this moment.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ben, the wedding ring's off, Alan.
What does that mean?
He and Jennifer are heading for divorce.
Oh, they are?
You haven't been keeping up?
Well, that was inevitable. We knew that.
We didn't know that.
We
knew
knew that.
Go
back to the podcast where we talked about them getting engaged. I'm like, oh, wow, again? She's going to do this again, huh?
I don't think it's her. I don't think it's her this
well, then
time.
she's got a bad picker, okay? What is she doing?
He has a lot of demons. He has a lot of demons. And sources say that Jennifer Garner, his ex-wife, was encouraging him, make this work. Because the kids are all intertwined. They were so happy, but sources were saying that Ben was all caught up in this, this love rush. He was in a fever dream. He felt like he was in a fever dream and finally woke up. But see, he's just a very, very private person, and she's the polar opposite of that. So, I mean, it looks to me, from my limited knowledge, but I do, I read so much. It's my job to look into this stuff. I, at first, thought it was her because she did that awful, I didn't watch it because it sounded too cringy to me. That love story experimental video she did about their love story. I thought that was kind of pushing the boundaries there of kind of like, ugh, that's enough, Jen. And that was embarrassing for her. But the more I'm hearing about it, I think he just can't stand the pressure that comes with being married to her. And it's too much attention. And he just started freaking out. And she's like, but I love you. And he's like, I can't take it. And some people were afraid he was going to fall off the wagon if he hasn't already. And whereas her mother was one of their biggest supporters and wanted it to work, now even her mother's like, let it go. Let it go.
How many is this for her now? 6?
This would be
5?
Her 4th.
No.
Yeah. She was married to Ohani Noah. She was married to Chris Judd, Mark Anthony, and Ben Affleck.
The real skinny, funny looking guy. Oh, Mark Anthony. No,
Chris
there's
Judd.
1 or 2 more in there somewhere.
She was in long-term relationships with Casper Smart, one of her dancers, with P. Diddy, Puff Daddy.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, but they never. Remember, she
Well,
got
yeah.
she got hauled down to jail because of him, because they were in a nightclub and there was gunshots and they got pulled over. There was a gun in the car. She got hauled down to jail.
That P. Diddy, man, that dude.
Yeah, it's bad.
Ain't nothing good around that guy.
No. So anyway, we've really gone off on a tangent. Y'all know I could talk showbiz.
Oh.
And celebrity gossip.
Okay.
All day.
So what?
In fact, I should do a whole podcast where I'm asking you for your reactions to the biggest celebrity stories.
This is why I wanted to give you this opportunity to go through this. So Sydney Sweeney, you said she can't be a Jedi because her boobs are too big.
I didn't say that. You said that.
Justin Timberlake, you said it's okay to drive drunk. And
I did
then
not say that.
The Hawk Tuah girl, you said you're glad she got fired.
Those were the exact opposite of what I said.
Okay. All right. You got anything else?
No.
All right, babe. I feel like we're leaving something out, but I guess we're
Well,
not.
I'm heading to South Carolina.
Oh, yeah. Tell us.
I'm heading to South Carolina. It was going to be Connie Raspberry, Kelly Raspberry Evans, and my daughter Emma Kelly Raspberry Poulard Sands. We were going to do a grandmother, mother-daughter trip, but my mother's not going to be able to go now. So it's just me and Emma Kelly. We're going to be on a road trip. We're going to be driving to South Carolina, which is about a 16-hour drive to get to Florence, my hometown. If you started in Dallas, Texas, and headed I-20 east, it dead ends in Florence. That's and it intersects with I-95. So it's a huge truck stop area right there off the interstate. But we didn't live near the interstate. Hey, girls. Emma Kelly just got home with her friend McKenna. Anyway, so we're going to be driving, and we're going to spend the night on the road somewhere. Used to be I'd drive it with my ex-husband. We'd drive straight through, trade off driving every 3 or 4 hours and just plow through. And then the day we got there, we'd be kind of like good for nothing. So we're going to stop on the road. We're going to have a nice little nap at a hotel. And plus, when I let Emma Kelly drive, I'm not going to be able to sleep. There's just no way. So anyway, we're going to go to South Carolina. Tommy Jean and Annette and Diana, they went on Facebook and did like this, Kelly Raspberry's coming to town. Come one, come all for food, fun, and entertainment. We're going to be at Kay's Barbecue. And I was so embarrassed because like 2 people said they're coming. It's so embarrassing. But hopefully more people than that come. We'll see. But at least I go to Kane's Barbecue. I'm excited about that. You've been to Kane's Barbecue.
So I'll
be the buffet.
So I'll be here at Evans Manor, basically sitting on the shins and
sitting with the dogs and taking care of a honey-do list.
Yeah. And then on our anniversary, what am I supposed to do?
You're going to call me and tell me, I miss you. I miss you. That's what you're going to do.
I think me and B.I.J. are supposed to try to hook up. And
That would be bad influence, Jeff, for those of you that don't understand what that meant.
He and I haven't broke bread in a while, so we might do that. I don't know. Usually,
should.
Usually those plans fall through.
And your dad's batching it. You should do some stuff with your dad.
Yeah, I know.
Let's take him fishing.
My mom's got to go out of town.
Does he like that?
Well, yeah, it's kind of hot.
And not first thing in the morning.
You have to go in the morning. All right, babe. Well, we can make our plans off the podcast. We don't have to do that on the podcast.
But I hopefully will have wonderful tales from South Carolina to share next time.
And you can share all your tales, unlike me. I feel kind of bad I can't.
I'm signing no NDAs.
No.
Can't keep me quiet.
No. But I tell you what, when I do share, you just wait for the
I'll be waiting until August.
for the
maybe sooner.
for the adventures I'm able to share. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
Je t'aime.
I'm going to get so good in French that I'll be able to sign this podcast off in French.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Yeah, I know that one. Bonsoir. Bonsoir just means
Good night.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah.
Good evening. It doesn't mean good night. It means good,
Good
evening.
evening,
There's
yeah.
a different one for good evening.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah. There's a different one for good evening than good, like bonjour, hello. Then until about 6 p.m., bonsoir. And then there's another one for like good night, like see you in the morning. Yeah.
Bonne nuit?
I can't
Is it
remember.
bonne nuit?
I'm not sure. Okay, we obviously need to study our French. And I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.